Okay, so I don't really know how to start this, so I'll just start. I almost quit Beachbody coaching, and the reason is because I'm a brat. I'm a brat. There, I said it. Like, I'm the biggest brat ever. I've always been a brat. You can ask any one of my cousins. I'm used to getting what I want, and I don't like being told no, and so I almost quit. You know, my business was going good. I've been on this journey for over a year now in the coaching business, and I've loved it for the most part. But I just hit a point in my business where I was getting so many no's and so much rejection, and honestly, like, the past couple of months have just been really hard for me. And part of that is because I'm a brat and I couldn't deal with all the no's. And so, you know, I run a business where you kind of have to go for no. Like, that's the whole thing, is not everyone is gonna say yes to you. And so the whole goal is to go for as many no's as you can so that you can get the yeses and help more people. But I was getting a lot of no's. So in this business, I mean, it's pretty simple. You work out, you live a healthier lifestyle, you drink Shakeology, and then you work on yourself. So you work on being a better person, reading personal development books and listening to podcasts, and I could do all that all day. And the third part of that is you have to invite people to join you. Of course, it's a business. How are you going to help people? How are you going to grow if you're not inviting people? So there's the problem for me. I got to a point where I would go a week or even 2 weeks without inviting anyone, because I was like, I don't feel like getting ignored today. Like, I don't feel like getting told no. I don't feel like, you know, being rejected. Yeah, I'm going to pass on that. I would see people post on their page about needing to lose weight, so I'd message them and be like, hey girl, you know, I'm doing this thing, blah blah blah, and they'd be like, crickets, nothing on the other end. Or, hey, I have this really awesome opportunity, I just saw that you hate your job, so I have this great opportunity with Beachbody. Crickets. I wasn't even getting no's, I was getting nothing. Like, and that might even be worse than a no, because on my end, I felt like they were all saying, bye Felicia, I don't want to deal with you, so I took it so personal, and I probably shouldn't have, but I'm a brat, so I just stopped inviting. I was like, I was becoming bitter, and I was depressed, and I was discouraged, and I was defeated, and I just felt like this huge failure, because I figured if they don't want to join me on this journey, it's got to be me. Like, it has to be something about me, because every other coach, it seemed like, around me was like bringing up these challengers, and they're losing all this weight, and these coaches over here, and they're having these coaches, and they're building their team, and I'm over here just like, well damn, I'm getting like crickets, so it's got to be me. I felt like I must not be encouraging enough, or I must not be motivating enough, or I must not be, helping people in their everyday life enough, and helping people see the value of getting healthy. And I just put it all back on me and just internalized it, and I assumed that it was me, and it hindered me from even moving. So yeah, I was ready to throw in the towel. I was like, you know what, I hate banking, but it'll pay the bills, and I gave it a good shot, whatever. But so we had this trip that was coming up. It was the leadership trip for hitting Diamond, and I was going because I hit Diamond. I worked my ass off to get there and stay there, and I was like, I'm gonna go on this trip, and it was a leadership trip to Utah. And to say it came at the right time would be an understatement, because I needed that trip so bad. It was life-changing. Just being in a different surroundings period it did wonders for me. But so something happened there. We were at the leadership trip, and our team, the Fitabulous team, is a pretty big team, and so there were 30 girls there, but we're all over. We're spread out from Texas to Canada to California to you name it, that's where we're from. So we didn't all know each other, and so we went around and we introduced ourselves. And so we were supposed to say, you know, how we got started, da 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 da, you know. And so I started to tell my story, and how I got started with Beachbody, how I watched my cousin lose 50 pounds, and I, you know, slowly followed after 2 years, and I lost 40 pounds, and I gained all my confidence back, and I noticed that this coaching thing was pretty cool because I could help other people. Like, I'm starting to tell all of this stuff about why I got started in the first place, and I'm crying and I'm bawling. And when I said, you know, I quit my job for this, I lost it. Like, I broke down. I lost it because I did quit my job because I was so passionate about this. I wasn't making the money, but I was so fulfilled in what I was doing that I was like, F that job, because I hated it that much. And so I'm telling that story and I'm just like, you're an idiot. Like, why would you quit something that you love so much? And so in that moment I was just like, yeah, whatever, I'm not quitting. Like, this is my life. So after that, one of my teammates came up to me and she was like, I didn't want to tell you then, but your video of you talking about how you quit your job was the reason why I quit my job. And, you know, we had this little moment and we're both crying and hugging and all that stuff like that. And I was like, well, maybe I am making a difference. Like, even though ain't nobody saying nothing on my page and nobody's responding to me, like, maybe I am reaching people. So yeah, that kind of gave me some confidence to keep going. So like, in that moment, I remember that I coach just as much for myself and what coaching has done for me as a person than I do for like wanting to help other people. So it's like, why would you quit something that's helping you be a better person, that's opening up doors that you've closed yourself for years? Like, if I told you guys what the stuff that I'm working on, you'd be like, oh wow, but you don't know the significance of how Beachbody is the reason why these things are coming to fruition and why I'm working toward something that I've always wanted to do but never had the courage to do it. And it's all through this company. So why would I quit something that has really freed me from my shackles that I put on myself? Why would I quit that? So another reason why this business became really hard for me is because I felt like at some point I had to portray like this perfect person, or I had to portray someone that I wasn't, because I was trying to reach people and I was trying to engage with people, and I didn't feel like I didn't feel like who I was would be somebody that someone could relate to. And I didn't feel like I was good enough, like someone would want to follow my journey. So I was losing me because I felt like who I was wasn't good enough, and no one would want to join me on my journey, because who am I? Like, you know, like, I'm a single mom who had to move out of her apartment and go stay back home with her mom, and I'm 32 and I don't have shit to show for myself. So who's gonna want to like join me on this journey that I'm trying to do? I have all these big dreams but I don't have shit to show for it. So, you know, I tried to be what I thought everyone wanted to see. And in the end, like, where did it get me? Like, I'm pretty much starting from scratch again, which is kind of ironic, but it is what it is. So like, I became the girl that would write out posts and then be like, oh, I don't know if I should say that because someone might get offended, when really, like, I've always been the girl that could give a shit what anybody thinks. Like, I have never cared what anybody thought about me, and that's what I love about me, is that I don't care. Like, I'm weird, I'm this, I'm that, I'm all these different things, and it's never been a problem for me, you know, to be different. I've always been different, and all the time. So that was never a problem for me. So I was starting to lose myself. Like, I was starting to lose those traits that I loved about myself to attract people that weren't supposed to be on this journey with me in the first place. And in the end, they're not, because they weren't meant to. Like, they're not like me. They're not supposed to be on. Like, I cuss like a sailor. I say shit probably 5 times a day and throw out the F-bomb probably 2 times a day. And I don't want someone on my team that doesn't do that, because that wouldn't relate to me. I do cuss, and I'm not gonna apologize for it. But those are the things that I was doing because I was trying to attract what I thought people wanted to see, instead of just being me and attracting people that are like me. Ding. So since today is a new day, and obviously not quitting Beachbody. Like, I would never quit Beachbody. I might have self-sabotaged myself like I have been doing, but I would never cancel and not be a coach anymore, because one, I love the shakes. You know, Shakeology has really changed my life, and I don't share about that a lot because of all the objections I get about the price. Like, it's $4 a day, and honestly, so is Starbucks. Like, people tell me that Shakeology is too expensive because it's $4 a day, and it's a meal, and it's got all these superfoods, and it's got your vitamins. Like, that's why my skin's so pretty. And it's $4 a day, but yet people will spend $5, $6 a day on Starbucks and $6 on breakfast at McDonald's, like I used to do. So yeah, anyways, but I don't share about stuff like that because of I'm a brat and I don't like getting rejected. So I'm just not gonna share about it. Like, I'll just keep it for myself. But in the end, I could be helping someone that has high blood pressure or high cholesterol or is obese and just really needs something, and I don't do that, and that's my fault. But I digress. So like I was saying, today's a new day. I'm not quitting Beachbody. I just refuse. I bleed Beachbody blue, so I'm never gonna quit coaching. And so yeah, so today's a new day, and I just figured I would kind of recommit to my coaching business, and to why I started this in the first place is to help myself and to help others. And yeah, I mean, if nobody joins me, I'll be a team of one. Like, I'm cool with it now. But so I figured, since I've portrayed parts of myself and not all of myself, that I'll give 5 fun facts about me. Well, as you know, I have a potty mouth. That's probably not going to change, at least not until I'm done with Insanity Max 30, because I cuss at Sean T every day. I'm a mom, but I will never drive a minivan. Like, the thought of it just makes me want to gag. And you'll never see me in like comfortable shoes, because I love 6-inch heels and tennis shoes. What else? So basically, if I could take 3 people and just blend them all up and they'd be me, it would be I Love Lucy, Lucille Ball, Marilyn Monroe, and the girl from American Pie, or whatever it's called, this one time at band camp. Like, that's totally me. I'm the blondest black girl that you've ever seen, because I don't get anything and everyone always tells me that. And what else? I think the biggest thing that I want the whole world to know is that, oh, I'm a drama queen. Okay. And then also, at my core, I just so want to help other people succeed in life. Like, that's my biggest goal. That's my biggest dream, is to see anyone that I come in contact with succeed and go to heights that they never thought that they could go, and believe in themselves. And so that's why I'm so passionate about this company and about coaching, because it gives people the opportunity to believe in themselves again, you know, through fitness and through helping other people. They get to go places that they never thought they'd be able to go. They get to be the person that they never thought they'd be able to be. So yeah, okay, I'm done now.